Alright, just got here to the Kentucky Welding Institute, and we're going to be doing a day in the life at KWI. So just showing you guys what it's like daily here at the Kentucky Welding Institute. So I'll be staying for first and second shift, giving you guys a glimpse of what it is like here on first and second shift. Now we do have 3 shifts in the summer usually because that's when we ramp up really hard. But right now it is February and we have 2 shifts, so we're going to check out first shift, and then later today we'll check out second shift. So let's get to it. So as you come in the door here, we got our map here. It shows where we've had graduates from and where we send graduates on jobs. So the blue is where we've sent them, and the red is where they're from all over the country. Also, you'll see as you come in here, here is some of our gear and things that we offer at KWI. Here is our office staff, Miss Laura and Miss Jackie. So they're the ones that you're probably going to be talking to whenever you call school and get information about financial or scheduling or housing. Alright, just put my shirt on and I put my safety glasses on. We're going to go check out the shop and see what first shift is doing. So we're going to check out some instructors, we're going to check out some students, see what they're working on in the booths, and just check out what day-to-day life is here on first shift. So let's get it. Alright, so we're going to walk in the side door over here. Got our convection box simulator and then got our boiler simulator here. Looks like we're doing pipe fitting today here at KWI. And if we go over here, this is our outside structures, and we got pipe bevelers over here. This is where students can grind their metal. We have the outside machines so they can see what it's like to use a generator machine. So we'll check out the pipe rack. All right, here's our downhill simulator. So if students are wanting to get good at downhill welding, they can check out this simulator, put their pipe in here and practice downhill welding with the pipe that simulates what it would be like at a pump station or in the field. And then here's our pipe rack. So students can get up here and weld, mimic what it's like to make welds in the field in the pipe rack. And this is super cool because it's just like a job. So they can put their welds right here, and then also they can put their welds right here as well. And it mimics what it would be like on a job. And that's so crucial in welding school, because if you're just welding in a booth all day, you're not getting any good real world experience. And this pipe rack helps out a lot with that, as well as grinding your own metal, cutting your own metal, and beveling your own pipe and metal as well. So it gives them a very good experience, and we don't hand the students prepped bevels or pre-cut bevels or anything. They have to cut it themselves, prep it themselves, fit it themselves, and weld it themselves as well. So let's check out some booths. All right, in this booth right here, we have a student taking their blue sheet test. So it's the weld test that we do right before you do your white sheet, which is an AWS test. So let's see what he's working on. All right, so he is under a time limit here for this blue sheet, and it is a combo test. So he's doing a stick root and a TIG root. So this is a timed test. He's doing a TIG root and a stick kill and cap. Try to mess with that machine a little bit. So he's using his left hand right now to go on this side, and then he'll come over to the other side and use his right hand. All right, now he's gonna come over here to his right hand side and fill it up. So he's gonna weld that thing all the way around, and the reason he's moving fast is because he is timed. So this is a time test, and he has to make the weld pass the bend test under time. So that's why he has to weld fast, so he doesn't get under time.
I'm working on my combo monster. I'm struggling with the bottom a little bit. I'm a little heavy, gotta go faster, but it's getting there. Hood time makes better.
Right. And where are you from?
Central Kentucky, Bartown.
Nice. So this is working towards your monster coupon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got to pass 3 in a row
Okay.
before you ever take it.
Gotcha. And what are your goals once you leave KWI? What do you want to like? What do you
I'll
want to
probably do
specialize in?
a couple of turnarounds starting out, like shutdowns, and then maybe eventually get a rig, but start out with the shutdowns.
All right. So he's working on his 2-inch combo test. They have to do 3 before they do the monster coupon. Let's check out what some other students are working on. Now we certify through the NCCCO rigor and signal training, so we teach them how to rig different loads. We also teach them how to signal cranes, and we also can give a crane certification here at KWI as well through the NCCCO. So a lot of companies and contractors are now certifying the riggers, signalers, and crane operators through the NCCCO. If you don't have this certification, you can't rig, you can't signal, and you cannot crane operate. So that's why it's so crucial for our students to know this, so they're not just a welder, they can do other things as well. Weld the pipe, help fit it, help rig it, help fly it in, and if they want and they have a crane certification, they can fly stuff in on the job. Like I'm saying, it's a level 1 crane certification, but like I'm saying, that can lead to other places where you can get more training with crane operations. So we have different scenarios for them to practice and simulate what it's like to rig for a crane or a load.
Right now, all we're working on, practicing for CCO tomorrow, specifically the CCO practical for rigging. What they're doing right now is they're using 2 6-foot round slings. They're going to make double wrap chokers on either side of this load, this basically tube right here, with a shackle. So they're basically attaching the shackle at one end. They're going to slide it through and then pull it up, cinch it down, but they have to do it in opposite directions. That's what the instructions call for. Then they're going to use that. They're going to collect the opposite ends of the round slings into another shackle that they hang into that master link right there. There's numerous scenarios that you have to go through for this, because tomorrow when we actually take the test, we basically have a series of colored cards that we have to look at, and in turn we have to select 3 of those cards. They have to be each a different color. You have no idea which one you're going to get. So it's best to go ahead and practice, get through all of them, so that you're not hit with any crazy surprises.
Got a student here working on his 6-inch TIG. So he's going to do a 2-bead cap on this thing. All right, who are we here with?
Adam Wittenberg,
And where are you from?
Clinton County, Kentucky.
Gotcha. So what are you working on here, and what are some of the things that you're struggling with, or if you think it's easy?
The 6-inch TIG out, and I busted a white sheet on lack of fusion, and it's where I was feeding too much wire. So I figured out if I don't feed as much wire and go a little slower, then Austin told me that that'll help me fuse in a lot better. And,
Right on.
I'm just running to practice so I can prep for another white sheet.
Yeah, the root looks good. Running a little bit slower and not feeding as much.
Yep.
Right on, dude. All right, so we're gonna check this student's booth out. He's welding overhead with 6010 and 7018. Yeah.
Damian Junius. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I was a commercial diver before here, but I can make more above the water than I can below right now, so I decided to make my life a little safer and make some more money.
And you're working on overhead 6010, 7018.
Yeah, open root.
How's that
Cabinet.
going?
What?
How's it going?
It's man, I'm having a great day today because I really nailed the 60-10. It was giving me a little trouble, but today I perfected it, I guess you'd say.
Good deal. And so, and your goal after KWI is to just do any kind of welding above ground, or you want to specialize in like rig welding or specialty welding, or what's your like specific goal in welding above ground?
specifically, I'd like to travel. I mean, I don't really have like, I want to travel and use welding as like my opportunity.
Gotcha.
But specifically, I you know, just get as good as I can.
Right.
Probably just keep on moving up and up and up until
Yeah.
you know I can do better.
I agree. And that's what I did. I just freaking used welding to travel everywhere, and then you get paid to do it. You know? So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Right on. Well, I'll let you have at it. So as you can see, there's a lot of different moving parts here at KWI. We got people welding in booths. We got people welding outside. We got people working on rigging, and we got people working on fitting. So there's a lot of different things going on, and because we are a self-paced program, nobody's in the same position. Everybody's in different spots. Everybody's working for different goals and they have different mindsets. Everybody has different things going on. And it's very fast-paced here at KWI, and there's a lot of different things going on. So that's what makes it fun. It's always just, there's a lot going on here, and it's very high-strung. So let's check this guy out, see what he's got going on. So he's working on, let's see, we got a TIG root. So he's doing a combo 6-inch. And he's doing a blue sheet. So he's working towards his white sheet. All right, so here's one of the first rows. Looks like he is working on some alloy welding, and looks like stainless. Right on.
I'm Eli Mast. I'm from Ashe County, North Carolina. I'm practicing for my Inconel Monster today.
Gotcha. So how's it going?
It's going all right. It's hard learning how to run the trashy puddle, but once I get past it, I think it'll go pretty good.
Right, because Inconel's pretty trashy. So you just got to be careful with Inconel, because where it's trashy, you really can't see what's going on, and then you could accidentally get lack of fusion.
Right.
Sweet. So if you had some advice that you would give to somebody thinking about coming to KWI, what would it be?
If you're coming to KWI, you better come with the mindset that you want to come and weld. I mean, there's some guys that come here, and you can tell as soon as they start that they're not trying very hard, and it shows.
Right.
And once you leave here, it's going to show as well.
Gotcha. So just hammer down.
Hammer down. Yeah.
Hammer down for 6 months, and that'll set you up for the rest of your life.
That's right.
So that's just some of the things that are happening on first shift. And they're about ready to go to lunch here in a minute. We'll check up with these guys after lunch and see what they're getting into. But like I mentioned, very hectic, lots going on. Everybody's in their own little lane, working on their own things at their own speed, and they have their own booth. They don't have to worry about anything. So that's the cool thing about this school is you can hammer down and go as hard as you want for 6 months, and we don't hold anybody back. And that's the cool thing. You get different alloys, different metals, different materials. So it's pretty sweet, and we'll check up after lunch. Also today, we are doing our NCCCO rigor and signal certification testing. So the students are down there practicing, getting ready, and then they're going to come up here and take their certification test. So that's one of the cool things here. We train you to do these things and to rig, to boilermate, to fit, but we also certify you in those things as well. So it's not just a certification and a piece of paper that we give you, it's actual training, and then we test you, and then you possibly can get the certification with that. So first shift just finished cleaning the shop, and now they're having their job box meeting. So at the end of each shift, they have a meeting with the instructors on their shift to go over some things they could work on, some safety hazards, or anything for the coming day or the week. So as first shift is having their job box talk, second shift is now moving into the shop for their shift. All right, so second shift is now in session. So first shift just finished their job box talk, and now second shift is in here welding. Let's check out just some of what the students got going on and who is in here today, because second shift is pretty full, so let's check it. All right, he's not getting away from me. For some reason, you've been in all my videos here lately, but we're gonna rock it again, dude. So what are you working on?
Tying knots and hitches.
getting ready. So he's getting ready for the NCCCO rigor and signal certification. Right on. We got another student right here working on some 6-inch pipe. All right, we got someone working on some 2-inch right here.
My name's Ian Tackett from Akron, Ohio. Working on 2-inch Kentucky Welding right now, stick out. Working on tapping it out right now.
So, how is this going for you right now?
It's not too bad. It's just getting real hot, so I gotta wait for it to cool down so I can cap it without getting undercut. Anything like that.
Did the root go in well?
Yeah, root went in pretty well. Almost sucked it back too far with my hot pass. It's getting real hot, but it's working out, so.
What's some advice you'd give somebody thinking about coming to KWI?
I would say make sure you're passionate about welding. Make sure you know that's what you want to do, because it's a lot of money to pay, and if you're not willing to do it, then it ain't going to be worth it.
Right. All right, just welded something out in this convection box simulator. Did a little bit of stainless with some Inconel. So this is one of our simulators that simulates what it's like to weld in the real world. So this simulates a heater convection box out in an oil refinery. If they push product through the tubes, and then there's a fire down here and it heats them all up basically. So that's one of the harder convection box simulators that we have. We have a couple others, but this one's just the hardest. It's the newest one we've made. So here's one of our second shift instructors, Garrett Maddox, and you just came off of the road from where?
I was working at Gent, Kentucky. I was the QC for them, QC manager down at there. From there, went to Florida, Alabama, Nevada. Done some QC work for Fluor up at a power station called Zimmer, Moscow, Ohio, ever since I left. I kind of went into the welding field, got into the QC side also.
Gotcha. So what are the things that you like to see from students here when you're training them? Like, what do you look for? What do you expect from students? Like, how do you like them to act, or what do you like to see in students?
Well, the big thing is, coming here as a student, when you leave here, we try to show you the best way we can, or as good as close as possible in the field. In my opinion, there's not a real good way to, kind of make that jump. You got to get some of that field experience also, but in any education standpoint, you try to get as close as you can. So, here at KWI, Keegan's probably showed you a lot of the simulators that we have. We push a lot of students in that, the way they're not just welding in the booth every day. And another thing is just taking pride in the work. We always train our students that there is going to be no cheater beads on their caps or their fills or anything like that. When they get done with it, it's a bead from the bottom to the top, or from start to finish. It's one solid bead, unless it's just so long that they've got to make a restart. But if they have something wrong, we don't particularly allow them to just kind of gom it on there, just run a cheater bead or anything like that.
So that was one of our second shift instructors, Garrett Maddox, talking about his experience out in the field, and now he's here on second shift helping out. One of the cool things about KWI is whenever you train here, your instructors will be fresh out of the field and straight from the industry, showing you things that they have just learned or they have been doing. So it helps out because you're getting a real world experience here at KWI, but also you're getting trained by welders who have been out in the field recently. So second shift is just as wide open as first shift. Students got their own booths, they're all welding and getting hard at it. Now everybody here at KWI has different goals and different ambitions that they want to pursue after graduating KWI. So this is the starting point. You can come to KWI, learn how to weld, take this knowledge and go to the industry and make good money and provide for yourself and your family and set yourself up very well financially. And also, you can travel the country as well and make good money. Now, if you don't want to travel, that's totally fine. There's plenty of welding jobs in your local communities and around where you live. So it doesn't matter what background you come from, the Kentucky Welding Institute will help you. So hopefully you guys like this video. We'll be putting out more videos on our YouTube channel, so subscribe to that. And also Check out our website. We have links and we also have shop for clothing and a virtual tour. Until next time, see you there.